This is the video for Appendix 4. This shows the transformation in a lady who has no pituitary, and she's been on pituitary hormones for the last 30 years. And we can take a quick look at the colours in the spreadsheet here, with the maroon here, brown for bowel, pink for menstrual, gold for energy, mood for dark blue, the cardiac is red, cognitive function is grey, skin is skin coloured, and sleep disorders there as well. Now, I'd just like to convey here the importance of doing things in a very supervised way here. And we are daily recording, so each row records a day. And the introduction of the strategies occurred at that orange line just there. So we'll increase the magnification now so that you can see what's going on. So we started January 29, and this lady had a number of things like low back pain, plantar fasciitis, and we documented things like her symptoms, what she needed, and what she wanted to do but couldn't. So she obviously needed things like a calf massage, middle back tightness, sensitivity to touch. So as a mum, could not stand her children, 4 years of age and 2 years of age, touching her. So that is a profound impact on her ability as a mum to be able to reach out to her children. She couldn't tolerate certain things like sugar, garlic, apples, lactose, gluten. There were hormonal issues such as libido, didn't initiate, and there was sadness present with that, and she was consumed by those thoughts as well. There were issues such as needing rests throughout the day, able to be compassionate, vulnerable, anxious, carefree, overwhelmed. So you can see how involved this spreadsheet becomes. But then again, once we start to look at what happens over a number of days from the introduction of the strategies, we can see how red to yellow represents a 30% change and red to green a 70% change in areas of female health, bowel function, musculoskeletal function here as well, and mental or mood issues, skin issues. So if we just continue to go down, we'll see how transparent this model of care is. She's yet to complete 2.5 months of care, and she's already made some outstanding changes across the whole system of the body. I thought it was important to be able to go through the verbal strategies as well as to what she's noticing and how significant this is. So for example, her nausea, her dizziness were life-changing events for her because she's had them for as long as she can remember. Now, starting care on February 8, grateful I didn't feel head pressure when I slowly sat up. That's the very next day. I'm grateful that I spent 2.5 hours outside at the park with my kids. I've noticed when I do my calf stretches that my calves aren't as tight. I've noticed that 2 mornings that my face isn't as puffy. I've noticed that I got my period on day 14 of taking progesterone. Normally it occurs on day 9. I'm grateful that dizziness and nausea were quite mild today. We've barely completed here 3 weeks of care. I've noticed that my period flow is much less than last year. Cramps have been quite mild. It goes on, but my husband noticed that I'm playing with my kids now. I've noticed lots of baby hairs growing on my head. I ate garlic bread. I didn't get any gut symptoms. I've noticed that I've been playing with the kids more, even though I have a lot of gut pain today. I've noticed that I've needed to take my antidiuretic Minorin every 12 hours instead of every 8. It goes on. Low back pain hasn't returned just for prolonged periods. Grateful that I didn't get dizzy after a massage. Grateful that my foot pain has greatly reduced. So there are some outstanding changes in that lady there as well. But now what we're attempting to do is to actually take her off some of her medications with her physician's assistance. But the new hair growth suggests that testosterones are actually improving. So she's got estrogen or baby hair, which is responsible for the estrogen growth, so it's very exciting. Her mood, stability, emotional connection has improved. She's able to be touched, again another indicator for estrogen. Her skin used to feel thin, hypersensitive. So some wonderful indicators here that her hormones themselves are improving. I'll leave this as a brief snapshot, and we could go on and on here talking about the importance here of this whole system tracking, but we are confining it to these columns in here. The libido, the mood, the thinking, overthinking, the whole issues now, and we can see that it's basically not an issue now in some of these columns. Magnesium she's not taking, but it's half. Her libido issue now has improved by 50%. And there's a certain amount of satisfaction, obviously, that comes in the relationships there as well. Her energy is improving considerably as well. And I'll leave that there. I'd like to go on to the next client that I'm currently looking after.